has become the biggest coronavirus super spreader. But still the organizers are unrepentant. They have broken every law of this country. They have been spreading hate against the lockdown. And they have told their followers to do everything possible to defy and defeat the national lockdown. And as of now, as of this minute, at least, and I underline the word at least, 118 coronavirus positive cases come from this Islamic congregation alone. This Islamic congregation has also at least effectively 3,000 corona suspects. All those who broke the lockdown and all those who attended the Tablighi Jamaat Markaz, a congregation of Muslim clerics from 16 countries, many of them coronavirus affected, and 19 states. These people came together, and not only did they break the lockdown, but they actually asked their followers everywhere to break the lockdown. Can you believe it, viewers? The leaders of this group even went on record to question the logic of a lockdown. They made fun of our national effort, and they used religious teachings, which are all out on YouTube now. These tapes can be heard and seen. They use religious teachings to claim that the lockdown announced by Narendra Modi needs to be defeated. They said the lockdown announced by the Indian government makes no sense. These are dangerous people. These lockdown cheats, they have compromised us all. We were just winning when they did everything to defeat us. And we will now defeat the lockdown cheats. Asaduddin Owaisi, your silence and your refusal to call these cheats violators of national interest. Listen to me, Asaduddin Owaisi. If you have the guts, go on Twitter now and call them violators of national interest. If you don't, your silence amuses me. Where are you now, Mr. Owaisi? And where the hell is the PFI? The PFI, which chops hands of people, calling them non-believers, promotes terrorism, now has the gall to question the crackdown and say that the Tablighi people are being victimized, that this is a systemic failure. Let us tell the PFI tonight that if they also lack the courage to name and shame these corona super spreaders of the Tablighi Jamaat Markaz, then they have no right, and I repeat, no right to be on Indian soil. Enough. I call upon the Indian government tonight to initiate strong steps, and I repeat, for a second night running. The Modi government should initiate draconian steps, unforgiving steps to teach groups like the Markaz a lesson, make them pay, destroy their financial base, put huge fines on them, lock up their leadership in jail, but for God's sake, don't let them abuse Indian democracy anymore. The people of India who can't move ambulances in Shaheen Bagh, the suffering citizens of India, for months we have seen people dying in traffic jams caused by Shaheen Bagh, are now dying because of the singular determination of the Tablighi Jamaat to spread the coronavirus in my country. But even tonight we can win. We have identified the corona villains, and all we need now is a superhuman effort to isolate them. 1, catch them. 2, punish them. 3, and the greatest punishment will be to defeat them and to defeat COVID-19. Tonight it has spread in the northeastern states and across towns and cities where the Tablighi Jamaat members spread it deliberately and with acute, deliberate callousness. Let them not say they didn't know what they were doing. No, we don't believe them. Suspiciously, the Tablighi Jamaat attendees, also violating visa rules, have been found hiding in mosques across the country. And a few minutes back, their visas were cancelled. Why were they doing this? What do they want to do in my country? Why are they spreading across my country? What is their real intention? And let me ask any of these Markaz attendees, would these Markaz attendees have got away doing this in countries where they came from? Like Malaysia, which keeps Zakir Naik there, or Kazakhstan? Viewers, tougher questions and a tougher action must now follow. A conspiracy against India will have to be brought down with immediacy and effectiveness. The only silver lining is that tonight we know who flouts and we know how it spreads. If the Prime Minister wishes, he can bring down the heavy arm of the law. And I think, and I'm sure you think too, that the Prime Minister must. In fact, we pray now that the Prime Minister will. We have 3 debates tonight, viewers. First, the Markaz super spreader. It's not a scare, it's a reality. At 10 o'clock tonight, taking the example of Kerala. We have to follow a Kerala ordinance model. We have to bring in very, very tough laws now. Tough laws, punishment, fines, and arrests must follow. At 10:30 p.m. tonight on Lockdown Questions for diabetic patients. Remember, India, we can win. We can win. We will defeat this. All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this 31st of March, the Tuesday evening, on The Debate Tonight.